Before we dive into today's episode, I want to take a moment to address something important. Today, we will be discussing some sensitive topics and information that may be distressing or triggering for some listeners. Your mental health and well-being is a top priority. If at any point you feel uncomfortable or overwhelmed, I encourage you to take a break, step away, or seek support from a trusted friend, family member, or a mental health professional. Remember, it's okay to put yourself first. Taking care of your mental health is crucial, and there are resources available if you need them. I've included some helpful links and contact information in the show notes for anyone who may need support. Thank you for listening, and please take care of yourselves. Welcome to the Non-Boss Audits and Investigations, and thank you for being here for another episode of the Scientology Chronicles. So today we are going to jump right into it, and this is another document connected to the FDA's investigation, and we're going to jump right in. Okay. It's dated February 28th, 1963, and it's regarding the Hubbard E-meter investigation. Here we go. As a follow-up to Atlanta District Memorandum of February 15th, 1963, concerning a complaint received through the FBI by the Tampa resident station and the subsequent interview with complainant Mrs. Chan L. Johnson, I visited Walter Reed Hospital to determine the condition of Mr. Chan L. Johnson and his connection with the Scientology organization. Review of Mr. Johnson's medical records forwarded to Walter Reed from the U.S. Army Hospital in San Juan, Puerto Rico, indicated his condition as schizophrenic reaction, NEC, chronic, undifferentiated type, manifested by flatness of affect, concreteness of thought, delusional preoccupation with the Scientology organization, depression, ingestion of drugs, ideas of reference and isolation and withdrawal, predisposition, probable lifelong disease, stress unknown, impairment undetermined. Summation of a daily nurse's report from the Puerto Rico hospital indicates on November 29th, 1962, indicated he was taking didexedrine for about 18 months. Also alcohol, claimed this was his cause for hospitalization. December 5th, 1962, says he has no sorry guys, December 5th, 1962 says he has no religious preference, believes in good of them all, indicates that he is a member of Hubbard Guidance School or Hubbard Association of Scientologists International since 1957. He quit for a year, which he regrets, but is now active and says things are going well. December 10th, 1962, engrossed in science fiction book most of the time, talked about next war being interplanetary, talked about flying saucers, and talked about weight loss after death. December 11th, 1962, attempted to bring orderly into the discussion of Scientology. December 13th, 1962, giving up Scientology until he gets out of the hospital. Medical records covering Mr. Johnson's stay at Walter Reed were not available at the time, are not available at the present time. Mr. Johnson was discharged on February 25th, 1963. I contacted Franklin Del Jones, Captain MC, by phone at the hospital. Dr. Jones recalled that the patient had expressed the views that Scientology could increase IQ and solve emotional problems. He also indicated that at one time, my apologies. I contacted Dr. Franklin Del Jones, Captain MC, by phone at the hospital. Dr. Jones I contacted Dr. Franklin Del Jones, Captain MC, by phone at the hospital. Dr. Jones recalled that patient had expressed the views that Scientology could increase IQ and solve emotional problems. He also indicated that at one time, Johnson discussed a demonstrated cure of cancer. Apparently, the organization had induced cancer in a volunteer by high doses of niacin. Then, by use of Scientology methods, had cured the cancer. There was no indication that the e-meter had or had not been used in the method. Dr. Jones did indicate that Johnson had used the e-meter or had it used on him, but that it was apparently being used in a manner similar to a lie detector. The information concerning the presence of L. Ron Hubbard at Walter Reed during 1956 was not verified. Records covering this year have been sent to the Army Records Center. A letter in the files from Mrs. Johnson indicates that her husband's whole life seems to be around Scientology. I plan no further follow up. DRM may wish to request St. Louis District to determine if L. Ron Hubbard was in Walter Reed during 1956. Wow, that's a little interesting tidbit. Tell me in the comments what you guys think. Do you think LRH was actually using niacin to cause cancer so that he could just turn around and cure the cancer using an e-meter or other Scientology methods? Let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that. And please remember, no more kids in Scientology, and kids can't consent. And please remember always to spread love and kindness wherever you go. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.